Because I'll tell you, as a working mom, and I started off working from home. Well, real quick. My first job out of my master's degree was with NBC, the television station. It's funny, I tell my kids NBC now, and they don't even know what NBC, ABC, CBS is. They're like, "What's that?" I trying to impress them. They're like, "What's NBC?" Like, I don't know. But anyway, so that was my first big job out of, right out of school. And then during that time, I had just recently got married, and all of a sudden we were unexpectedly expecting, and it rocked my world, because I was like, wait, this wasn't in the plans. Like, I hadn't even thought about childcare or anything yet. Like, I had these big professional dreams, and it stopped me in my tracks. And then I was hit with, how in the world are you going to juggle both? Because we didn't have family in town. We didn't have any support. We started off with the daycare thing. He was sick. We both ran out of sick days, and then we're looking at each other. Okay, who's going to call our boss and tell them we're out of sick days, out of vacation days, but we got to take off because he's sick? And, that's when it hit me. Wow, I never knew it was going to be so hard to work and have a kid. And so then that translated me into, searching, and I ended up being able to work from home. I started my advertising agency. And then that was a whole nother set of challenges, but it was, it was doable. And then from there, I added kids to the equation, continuing to work from home. And that was during a time where working from home wasn't as easy as it is now. Like, we didn't have email on your phones. Cell phones were like so limited. There was no texting, nothing. So it was really a struggle to work from home and raise these small kids, by myself. And that's when I was in that, trying to do everything perfect and feel balanced, and always feeling less than, right? Like, looking at the moms that didn't work and thinking, wow, they're such a better mom than me because they can totally focus on their kids, or looking at someone who's a professional with no kids and thinking, man, I'm such a failure professional. Look at everything they're accomplishing. I have these kids holding me back. Like, just always feeling less than and like a failure. And there's like maybe one day a year where everything aligns and you feel like everything's perfect, but those are so far and few between. And so if we're always putting our pressure on ourselves to have this balance, which is impossible, we're always going to be frustrated. And so that's when it just kind of evolved in my mind, that seesaw effect of, be really open, kids, I'm going to be traveling a little bit this week for work. It's going to be really busy. I might miss a soccer game. But I'm doing this for you, right? I'm doing this for our family. I'm doing this so we communicate with them why we might miss some type of event that's special. And, with this many kids, you're going to miss events anyway, just because you can't keep up with everybody, period, let alone throw in, a heavy work schedule and traveling and all of that. Like, you just have to say, look, it's not possible, guys. So give me a break. Let's talk through this. And the same thing with work, so it was finding that peace, with myself through that I just realized, everybody needs to be freed like that. They need to know that it's a collaboration. It's not a balance. Like, you're never going to find that. So just stop and give yourself a break. And in my podcast, I go into some funny stories too, where I was taking on so much mom guilt, and only to find out, that it wasn't even that. It was a totally selfish reason on my kids' part, as to why they were complaining about something. And here I was taking it on as mom guilt. So there's so much that we just have to, just relieve ourselves of that guilt, of that work family type of collaboration.